Good morning, my fellow Biafrans. Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, Africa at large. Good morning to every good listeners out there. This is Okute Daily Talk, where we bring to you undiluted truths about the nation and about the Biafran struggle at large. Let's look straight into the news of the day, how the kidnappers have been ravaging the whole community of Oyo State and Ibadan State. Kidnapped Mapole students, Oyo Princess, others released. The kidnappers had initially demanded 10 million naira each for the students. The two students of the Moshood Abiola Polytechnic, Ogun State, who were abducted along Lagos-Ibadan Expressway on Friday evening, have been released. Olayemi Adajire and Oluwatobi Orokoya and the former Deputy Vice Chancellor of the University of Ibadan, ADIGUN Abaje, were kidnapped near Sadhguru Maharaji Garden in the Ibadan end of the expressway. The hoodlums who blocked the ever-busy highway kidnapped their victims and killed an officer after police attempted to foil their operation. The kidnappers have contacted the families of their victims and demanded 10 million naira each for the release of the two students. A close relative of the victims, who gave his name as Segun Urukoya, confirmed his sister and her friends' release. They are presently at home with their families, but I am not at the family's house right now. I don't have the full details, but I know they have been released. Another source in the Students' Union of the Polytechnic, who does not want her name in print because she is not empowered to speak on the matter, told Premium Times that the students were released after the pay of 1.1 million naira each by their families. They are not the only ones released. Some other people too were released after paying varying amounts of money, so we learned. According to Nan, the professor had also regained his freedom. Premium Times also gathered that another student of the Polytechnic paid an undisclosed amount of money before he was released. It was further gathered that a princess in Oyo State, Temilola Oyediran, also regained her freedom. Miss Oyediran is one of the daughters of Onikpetu of Ijeru Kingdom in Oyo State, Sunday Oyediran. It was not clear if ransom was paid before her release. Efforts to speak with the Oyo State Police Public Relations Officer Adewale Osifo were unsuccessful, as he neither picked his call nor responded to a text message sent to his phone. Another issue here on our hands also is the kidnapper case of a professor, a university professor who was kidnapped had been released after the kidnappers had earlier demanded for a 15 million naira ransom. The Nigerian Police Force Oyo Command on Monday confirmed the release of Adigun Abaje, a former Deputy Vice Chancellor, University of Ibadan, by his abductors. Adewale Osifo, the police spokesperson, in the statement, made this known to the news agency Nigeria, NAN, in Ibadan. NAN recalls that Mr. Abaje, along with other travelers, including two female students of Moshood Abiola University, were on Friday night kidnapped by gunmen in military uniform around Dominica University on Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. According to Mr. Osifo, Mr. Abaje is currently undergoing the briefing, saying in an update we provided on the matter. He, however, did not give details about the release of other kidnapped travelers. So let's go straight into another news that is making headline according to our correspondent. The news of terror alert, federal government assures of safety in Abuja, says terror alarm by US and UK was needless. Hear it, my people, that this your country can never be serious at once. Fresh information has emerged that the federal government of Nigeria has reaffirmed that there is no need for panic or fear in the Federal Capital Territory and that the residents are safe. Okute News reports and gathered that the National Security Advisor, Major General Babagana Mongonu, retired, disclosed this on Monday in Abuja after an emergency National Security Council meeting convened by President Muhammadu Buhari. According to him, the panic created by the recent terror alert in Abuja raised by the recent United States and the United Kingdom was needless. Mongonu noted that even though the terror alert was hyped so much by the US and UK that it created unfounded panic, Nigerians and other residents should go about their businesses without any sense of apprehension, he said. Mongonu also said, who was with the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Geoffrey Onyema, the Chief of Defense Staff, General Lucky Irabo, and the Director General of the National Intelligence Agency, Ahmed Rufai Abubakar, told pressmen that the armed forces, security, and intelligence agencies are not relenting in their duty to ensure that all Nigerians and every part of the country are safe for all. What about the flood victims? What have the government do or say about it? The answer is zero. Also present at the Emergency National Security Council meeting was Vice President Yemi Osibanjo, Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Bose Mustafa, and the Chief of Staff to the President, Professor Ibrahim Gambari. Others include the Minister of Defense, Major General Bashir Magashi, retired, Minister of Interior, Ralph Aregbesola, the Attorney General and the Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, and the Minister of Police Affairs, Mohammed Megeri Danyadi. The Chief of Defense Staff, General Lucky Irabo, led the service chiefs, including the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Farouk Yahya, Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Awar Gambo, the Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal Ishaka Oladayo, Amao to the meeting, and the Chief of Defense Intelligence, General Samuel Adebayo, was also present. Igbos, where are your representatives in all this? None. Look at how it is being going. This is how the affairs of the government have been handled by so-called Fulanis. Imagine mentioning all the whole top military officers that no any single Easterner was in their midst. And tomorrow you will come out and tell me that you are practicing one Nigeria, my foot. I say it, one Nigeria, my foot. These people have never in any way played the politics of inclusiveness. Rather, they see us as Mughals. They see us as Mughals. Well, very soon, sooner or later, they will know what they did to themselves. Let's move straight into another business of the day. This is about the crisis in PDP and other political parties that have been in crisis for quite some time now. The 2023 general election, Wike says he is yet to decide on presidential candidate to support. That is what Nyesom Wike is telling us today. The Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike has declared that the People's Democratic Party (PDP) in the state will win its governorship, House of Reps, Senate, and State Assembly election in 2023. According to him, he is not hiding the fact that the Rivers PDP governorship candidate or the House of Reps, Senate, and House of Assembly candidate would win in 2023 general election. As far as the state is concerned, Okute News gathered, and I quote, the power that the governor of the inauguration of 319 wards and 32 constituency license officers in Port Harcourt today said, PDP will win our state. I am not hiding it as far as the governorship, House of Reps, Senate, and the State Assembly are concerned. The other one we have not decided until the writing is done. Wike, however, revealed that the state was yet to determine what to do concerning the presidential election, adding that it is yet to decide who it will support for the presidency in 2023 general elections. The governors also slammed the Rivers State director of Atiku supporters, Dr. Abiy Sekibo, saying the the capacity to speak for the people of the state. He said that Sekibo is a self-seeking politician who was unable to attract democratic dividends of any kind to the state and his Okrika hometown when he served as a minister. Wike advanced that people like Dr. Sekibo are not always satisfied with the fortunes of life they have enjoyed, or else he would have been quiet in the public space, considering his fair leadership and capabilities. The governor said, I watched a video when Dr. Abiy Sekibo, while he was addressing people in his house on Sunday, said he is the director of Atiku's supporters in Rivers. I have no problem with that, but he does not have the capacity to speak on behalf of Rivers State. In that video, he said that Rivers State has been having a close relationship with Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, and that Rivers State has always benefited from Atiku Abubakar. I want to correct one impression. Dr. Abiy Sekibo has a personal relationship with Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, not Rivers State, according to Nyesom Wike. Dr. Abiy Sekibo was Minister of Transport when Alhaji Atiku Abubakar was the Vice President of Nigeria. Can you people mention one project in Okrika? I don't even want to talk about Rivers State or in Ogu, Bolo. One project that he brought down in Rivers State. Is there anyone? Wike added. Sekibo, who is the Minister of Transport, was reported to have said in a video that I was a minister, junior minister in that matter, but I am proud to say anywhere I go to this state, Rivers, I brought dividends of democracy to Rivers State. As a junior minister, I brought the oil and gas polytechnic to Rivers State, which is seated in Bonnet. There was no faculty of law at the University of Port Harcourt since the creation of that institution, but I brought it. As a minister, I made sure Kenule Bison, Sarowiwa Polytechnic, and the Ignatius Ajuru University of Education, even if they are state institutions, I made sure they got a grant of 500 million naira each, according to Sekibo. And the Wike is countering that claims, saying he does not have anything to show for in the state of Okrika. So let's go into, we are still in the crisis of PDP. You are just an errand boy, Wike fires Dele Momodu. Governor Nyesom Wike of Rivers State has slammed the chieftain of the People's Democratic Party PDP, Dele Momodu, over his comment on the ongoing crisis in the party. Wike was reacting to the comment made by Momodu, warning the Rivers governor and his allies not to cross the lines in their call for the resignation of PDP National Chairman Iyorchia Ayu. Okute News reports that Momodu, in an interview with Vanguard, asked Wike and his allies not to malign the party's presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar over their insistence not to work with him in the 2023 general elections. Reacting to Momodu's comment in a media chat, Wike mocked the Ovation magazine publisher, saying that he moved from becoming a presidential aspirant to a spokesperson. It's laughable. The Rivers governor said Momodu contested in the presidential primary for the sake of recognition, stressing that he scored 0 votes during the election. Wike said he will not allow anybody to use him to gain relevance, adding that he has not left the PDP since 1999, unlike some of his critics. He said, I have also read where some people say we should not cross the lines. Ordinarily, I should not have responded to this. I read they said it is one Dele Momodu. These are the things I'm talking about. Ask him, when did he join the party? According to Nyesom Wike, he came into the PDP 2 weeks before the presidential primary. He is from Edo State. He did not even get 1 vote, not even from his own state. When you just want them to recognize you from the presidential aspirant to becoming a spokesperson, somebody who wants to rule Nigeria has become a spokesperson of a presidential aspirant. It's laughable. All of you know how many times Dele Momodu had been in Port Harcourt from one project commissioning to another. I'm not going to be a party to anybody using me to be relevant. If you don't have a job, say you don't have any job. I have a job and I will continue to do my job. According to Nyesom Wike, Nyesom Wike have blasted Dele Momodu, saying that Dele Momodu is looking for is an errand boy. This one off me. This one really off me. How can you be saying such a thing to a man, a presidential aspirant for that matter, who contested for election and he didn't get one vote? It is really laughable and it's also painful. I don't know how to address this issue. I must be honest with you people. Not article. Yes, on weekend you have really finished Dele Momodu, or what do they call his name? As we are going on, we still have more other PDP crises. Dele Momodu is warning others and what do they call it? Wicked group that they should not cross the line. I don't know why he keep on looking for who did not look for you. Are you trying to be relevant, Dele Momodu? Let me ask you. But this really issue is really getting out of hand. How can you, from a presidential aspirant, rule the country, now a spokesperson? The issue is laughable. Osun State, Adeleke accuses Oyetola of plans to appoint 15 loyalists as PAM secretary. The Osun State governor-elect, Ademola Adeleke, has accused the incumbent governor, Adeboya Oyetola, of planning to appoint 15 of his loyalists as permanent secretaries. Okute News understand that Adeleke has alleged that Oyetola was already compiling names set to make the list of appointments, which instead will soon be announced. According to him, it is barely a month to end Oyetola's tenure, and he doesn't understand his plans to appoint 15 personal secretary when he will leave office soon. Adeleke, who revealed this in a statement signed by his spokesperson Olawale Rasheed, noted that when they assumed reign, he will reassess the state of the bureaucracy in the state with a view to enforce due process and ensure appropriate placement of senior personnel into various positions through an open and merit-based process. On this premise, Oyetola was advised to forget his plan, adding that his action now is like exercising appointive power, not only at the wrong time, but at the time the electorate had appointed a new leader. The state party read, we know that Oyetola has been running the government with just about 9 permanent secretaries for the past 3.5 years. How he came about the idea of increasing the number of the white of his administration tenures is still not clear. As an outgoing governor, it cannot be good intention for you to appoint critical officials like permanent secretaries when a new leader is about to take over the administration of the state. The incoming governor has the right to determine the team he will work with. It should be clear that predetermining the makeup of incoming government is an effort in futility. The outgoing governor decision is therefore in bad taste and a continuation of current efforts to destabilize the incoming administration. We also call on senior bureaucrats not to accept any Greek gift that may end up hurting their career. To be forewarned is to be careful, Rashid pointed out. However, Okute News gathered that in defense of Oyetola, his special advisor on political affairs, Sunday Akere, has said Oyetola's first tenure would only end at midnight of November 26. So, whatever action he is taking before then was within the law. He said it is unfortunate that the People's Democratic Party PDP seems not to know what is right to do to what is wrong. For goodness sake, the first time of Governor Oyetola ends on midnight of November 26, 2022. Whatever action or decision taken by the governor is covered by the laws of the land. PDP should wait for their turn, if any, and allow us to deliver on the mandate given to us by the people of Osun State. Where the gospel truth to still remain that this man want to put bills, he want to use all those ones he's appointing now to loot. You want to loot the state funds. That is exactly what is happening. So you people should open your eyes. Adeleke, my advice to you is when you get to the government house, first of all, cross-check the account balance cross-check and check very well of the expenditure being done by the outgoing governor. Otherwise, you put yourself in a mess, or you find yourself in a mess. So my good people of Biafra, my lovers of freedom and lovers of mankind, Nigeria, people at large and Africa, this is where I have to draw the end of this small morning broadcast. Until I come your way again, I still remain your one and only Okuta Daily Talk. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel, like and comment in all that I'm doing to make sure that you encourage this young man in what he is doing. I might not be perfect, but I pray to be perfect one day. So like, comment, share, and also and also invite your brothers, sisters, family, and friends to be part of this moving trend, because we are moving at the right direction. Until I come your way again, bye for now. Kemesiano. Thank you all.